What kind of student were you?
But I was never a ranker.
Ma'am, you are a corporate trainer. So, was it your personal choice or based on your surroundings?
My dad was an orator.
Who inspired you?
Probably my father.
What is one common mistake people make while communicating?
Is actively listening.
Yum.
Habit is something that you do without putting in effort.
You are also a digital marketing consultant. Can you explain me what that means in a simple way?
We build their websites, we build their social media profile.
Ma'am, public speaking was always a fear for me. I believe it was for you also. How did you overcome?
One word answer: practice.
OAAO RCB Rally RCB OAAO RCB. You guys might be wondering, why am I so excited today? Well, it's not RCB. It's my very first podcast. Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered how making the right choice can change your whole life? Hi, my name is Ayaan Shah. I'm in 5th grade and I study at Adani International School. I like chess, I like cricket, and I'm very passionate about public speaking. Today is my very first podcast and I'm super excited for that. This podcast is all about learning from inspiring people who have achieved great things and made differences in other people's lives. Our guest today has more than 15 years of experience as a corporate trainer. She has trained professionals in skills like leadership, communication, time management, and productivity. She has also helped students, teenagers, and parents become more confident and positive. She is the co-founder of Position Plus Consultants. Let's welcome Miss Prachi Shukla Shah.
Thank you so much. A wonderful introduction.
Ma'am, before we begin, would you like to say something to our listeners?
I'm very happy, first of all, what you are doing. So I'm sure your listeners are also of your
Yes,
age,
ma'am.
right?
Thank you.
So keep doing what you guys are doing.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, can you tell us a little bit about your childhood? What kind of student were you?
Oh wow. I was a good student. I was never a bad student, kind of a bad student, but I was never a ranker. Okay. Only till 10th, I think I finally understood that why I should study, what I should study, and where should my career be. So then on, I think when I did my MBA, I was university ranker because I loved studying afterwards. I got my passionate subjects, so I was enjoying studies after I finished my 10th, I believe. Yeah.
Ma'am, you are a corporate trainer. So, was it your personal choice or based on your surroundings?
So, my childhood had been very privileged. Privileged in the sense that I had parents who really gave me a lot of positivity. My father and my mom was influenced with a lot of positive content. My dad was an orator. He is an orator, and because of that, probably somewhere in my head, I knew that I like to speak, and I think I can deliver something. So when I went into my own corporate world, I started doing small tasks in my own company with which allowed me to deliver something positively. And then eventually when I started my own firm, I realized that I was into digital marketing. I realized that through digital marketing, we elevate companies. We do digital marketing, so we give them brands. Those brands, we try to understand how they want to project themselves online. Same way, I tried to do it with their employees. I tried to elevate their employees with my training. So, but when I started doing it, I realized that it is touching everybody's lives. People are changing with those trainings, and so then I became really passionate, and then I continued doing that.
So, ma'am, it was basically a personal choice.
It was absolutely a personal choice, very passionate choice.
Yes, ma'am.
rather so sometimes you make choices, and in life, which are not only for money, they are for your passion. And when you start doing that, eventually you get money also, of course.
Yes,
But it is not just for money. Do you know how corporate trainers work?
No, ma'am, can you explain me what job do you do as a corporate trainer? How does it work?
So there are many corporate trainers in the market, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They go to the companies, they try to understand the employees, and they try to give them life skill. What I do little different is my base content is always about positivity. So I always try to elevate the workplace with positivity. Now that's little tough, little tricky, because we have to change mindset of people from their core. You have a mindset,
Yeah, ma'am.
yeah, you know that you can do this and you can't do this.
Yeah, ma'am.
So when you have to shift that, that's a task.
Yeah, that's a very hard task.
That is a hard task.
Ma'am, what inspired you to become a corporate trainer? Like, who inspired you?
Probably my father, I would
Yes.
say, yes. And then even the situation in the surrounding, when I was doing my first job, I did get a chance to be part of a group which was involved into doing some recreational activity to motivate employees. So I did get a platform there, and eventually, as I said, like when I was young, and because of my dad, we used to play meeting. I used to hold a pretend mic. So me and my sister had all those games which were about talking, public speaking, mic. So maybe that was always there within. And then when I got a chance, I just channelized it, and with God's grace, it worked.
Completely agree. Ma'am, why do you think public speaking is important?
Oh, it's very important. There are so many intellectual people, genius people who have not been successful because they could not deliver what they had in their brain. So, unless and until you know how to deliver something, unless and until you know how to speak your mind, in today's world, it is impossible to succeed. So, it's not just public speaking, doesn't mean you just hold a mic and stand in front of people, right? In your day to day life, also, when you deliver your idea, your concept to your classmates, to your teachers, and as you grow, you have maybe a project team where you have to put your idea, how politely can you put, then how can you present, and then growing on you will see so many other opportunities. One of the opportunity you are already having with this mic at this young age, right? So unless and until you know and you're confident with speaking your mind, however intelligent you are, but the world is such that they won't know your intelligence. You have to speak up, you have to present it, and you have to articulate in the most simpler manner so that the audience who is listening to you or your teammates who is working with you will feel like connected and want to listen to you. So that's an art. Public speaking doesn't come overnight. It is an art that you have to work, which I think you are working hard on, right? You have worked hard on public speaking.
Yes, ma'am.
What all things have you done
Ma'am-
other than the podcast?
Ma'am, so this is my podcast. Then I've done a stage show where I had to perform an act in front of many people,
Okay.
and that like embraced my confidence. I was very confident after that public speaking. Then I had to deliver a speech about myself. So in that speech, I basically like said to everyone about chess and how like I love chess. That's why, and maybe in the future I might give a TED talk. Recently in our school also there was a TED talk.
Wow.
So I learned from it, and I asked my peers that how did you feel after this TED talk? Like everyone was more confident. Some public speaker, some national level public speaker had come. So we really enjoyed, and like I love public speaking.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Was this always like this, or you started developing this love?
Ma'am, I started developing this love. I loved going on stage, but that nervousness now, like, I'm not nervous at all because of Miss Unnati, ma'am, because she has helped me a lot. And yeah.
Great, amazing.
Ma'am, public speaking was always a fear for me. I believe it was for you also. How did you overcome that challenges? Any strategies?
Practice. One word answer: practice. If I have to elaborate, then I sometimes have to do trainings for 8 hours. But you won't believe, I have rehearsed all those 8 hours. So, of course, I don't have time to stand for 8 hours and practice, right? So, what I do is I divide my presentation into, say, 8 parts, and I am actually standing and rehearsing my content. Then something happens impromptu when the participants are talking, Just like right now, you
Yes,
had
ma'am.
a deep breath because you had prepared your questions, but you don't know what I'm going to answer, right? Same way, as a trainer, when we are standing in front of so many people, they respond differently. So those are impromptu things that happen. But rest of my stuff is always, always, always rehearsed. So much so that I know it's coming very organically, subconsciously. Have you practiced your speech?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So it's coming organically.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, so only practice. That's the key. That's the only key. So when you go on stage, that fear will be there. Even after so many years of my experience, I also have that something happening in my stomach when I hold the mic. But because I have rehearsed, because I have practiced so much, it just starts flowing then. Did you
Yeah,
experience same thing today?
same for me, ma'am.
Yeah? You had
Yeah,
practiced?
ma'am. I had practiced, still I'm nervous about it. I'm a little
But it's
tensed
going
about the
good. You're
questions.
doing
Yeah, ma'am.
good. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
You train people in leadership and communication. Why are these skills so important?
See, Ayan, the world that we are living into right now is a very digital world. So everything that you can Google or get it from ChatGPT or through any AI tool or through any technical intervention, everybody will be able to do it eventually, right? So when you grow up, there will be some human skills that you will have, which other humans will not have. That's the differentiating point, right? So leadership and communication is one such skill set which cannot be imitated. It cannot be produced through a device or a technological intervention. It has to come from within. So when it comes to any skills which has a human insight about it, like leadership or communication or team building, that skill set makes you different. So if one employee is being interviewed in a company and he has this kind of skill set versus someone else who has the same degree but doesn't have this skill set, then who would you choose if you were owning the company? The one with the
Yeah.
extra skill sets, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's why leadership, communication, team building, these all skill sets are very, very, very crucial as a differentiating factor when you grow.
What is one common mistake people make while communicating?
They make a lot of mistakes. One big mistake that nobody talks about is actively listening. So when suppose we both are talking, right, or I'm standing in a stage or you are standing on the stage, you can notice people in the audience. Right now I can just see you, right? How actively are you listening to me, or how actively your audience or your teammates are listening to you keeps you going.
Yes,
Right now, if you were talking and I would not be looking at you, or if I would not be nodding at you, would you like it?
no, ma'am.
So, active listening means that I have to be 100% involved in this conversation. That's called active listening, and that's part of communication. But we normally focus only on talking. We don't focus on listening. So that is one thing that I think should be talked more about, that how you should respond to people when they are talking, when it is not your turn to talk, still you are part of that conversation. Right now, like the way you're nodding, you're looking at me, right? So
Yeah.
that is how it is important. That is one mistake that everybody does. Everybody is great when it comes to their own talking, but when it comes to listening, sometimes they fail.
Very true, ma'am. Your trainings focus on positivity. Why is positivity so important in life?
I think that is the core of our existence as humans. What makes us different is how we feel empathize towards other, how kind can we be, and that all comes with your thought process. See, if there is a situation, okay, how you react in that situation is very important. You react in certain way, I'll react in certain way, so we both are different with our reactions. The situation can
Yes,
be
ma'am.
same. For example, if this light breaks or something wrong happens in the whole podcast setup today, right? You will also be disappointed, I'll also be disappointed, but our reactions might be different,
Yeah, ma'am.
right? So
Sure.
how you react changes your life, and that's what positivity does. So whenever you have an idea of how to deal a situation positively, how can you think positively in any given situation, negative things will happen, things will go wrong in our lives, But then how do we react in those moments, how do we react in those situations, is the key. So that is the reason when we decided to do workplace trainings, we decided to keep the base as positivity, because any employee or anybody who is working, if the differentiating factor becomes their thought process, then the company that they are working into is always going to succeed.
Ma'am, completely agree. And ma'am, I just wanted to ask you, ma'am, when did you start this workplace positivity thing as a corporate trainer? Which year?
I started way back. My first training was in 2009.
So it's been over a decade since
More
you.
than that.
More than
More
that.
than that, yes.
14.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I started as a
17
trainer,
years.
I did a normal, you won't believe, when I did my first training, it was on positive parenting. And I was not even married then. I was not a parent, of course, but I was not even married. So I dealt into a division of work which I had never ventured into. But I had got an opportunity to do that training in 2009 and I started. Then I did my digital marketing work. I did a job in IT company. Then I did my job in analytics company. And in all those companies, I was doing something about this in my head somewhere, okay, because of the job I was into. But then I got married and then I had a baby, so I had to stop working. And when I stopped working for a few months, I realized that day in day out I used to be on my laptop checking my email and doing a lot of online work because I was into digital marketing. All of a sudden one day when I opened my laptop and I tried to log into my email, I had forgotten my password. And it is normal to forget password, but that day I decided that this is not normal, this is not me. I have to get back to work, I have to do something. So my baby was what, 2 months by then. I thought I have to get to work, but I didn't want to leave her also. So then I started taking consulting work from home. So I started doing that, and when she was in kindergarten, I got a project which I used to do. So her kindergarten was a little far from my house. So I used to drop her. I used to sit in the car. I used to work, take my project work. I used to do my work on laptop, pick her up and go back home. I delivered a US project because the company that I'd set it up is with my sister who is in the US. Okay. So when I did that project, we were done. We delivered the project, and then the time came to raise a bill. Now, to raise a bill, what do you need? You need a company.
Yeah, ma'am.
We didn't have a company by then. So I registered my company in the parking lot of my child's school. That's how it started. And then I realized that this is my calling, this is my passion. So yeah, that's the story behind how this all started.
Ma'am, you speak related to positivity. Ma'am, can you give me one tip for parents related to positivity?
For parents,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
parents who are listening, okay, communicate with your child is my tip. A lot of times, what happens, Ayan, is that kids do not express themselves to their parents.
Yes.
Parents do ask them questions, but kids sometimes don't answer that.
Ma'am, same for me. My mom asks me questions. What did you do in school? Do you like this? But then, I go cranky and I feel not to answer them.
What makes you cranky when she questions you?
Ma'am, I feel like playing and not listening to her questions sometimes, and then I feel it's like, why does she?
It's not relevant question.
Yeah, and why does she want to know that?
Okay. So she's the one who gave birth to you, first
Yeah,
of
ma'am.
all. And she's the one who is the most concerned person. Your parents are the ones who love you the most, they care for you the most. Maybe their way of asking, questioning, or the timing of those questions can go wrong sometimes when you want to play. So in that situation, what should you do? You should say, can I get back to you at this time? Right? And then allot a time and sit and talk.
Yes.
Because if you need to have a positive relation with your parents, or the
And
parents
sometimes-
wants with children, they need to talk to each other.
Ma'am, sometimes I do that only. For example, she has a question, but I have to play at that time. So I tell her we'll talk that while sleeping, and then I talk to her.
And are you polite when you say
Yes, ma'am.
that? Very polite?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And sometimes, ma'am, like my voice gets high
Mm-hmm.
because, ma'am, I'm already late from class, so I get only like barely 40 minutes to play out of 1 hour, which I get to play every day, and then sometimes I get angry.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Do you remember when you were very small and you were not able to talk or express yourself and you had few questions in your head? You kept on asking to your parents and they kept on answering you. You remember all that? You
Yeah,
don't,
ma'am.
because you child doesn't have the memory of those initial years.
I
But have you
remember
seen
when I was
any
4.
toddler? Do you know any toddler around
Yeah,
you?
ma'am.
Have you seen any toddler looking at something and saying ah, and then their mom will say ki light, ah, fan, ah, light, ah, fan, ah, camera, ah, camera. They'll keep on asking.
Yeah, ma'am.
And that parent keeps on replying
Yes,
with
ma'am,
all
sure.
patience and love and so much of affection, and they feel so nice whenever the child is asking. So when the child is growing and that mom or dad or say grandparents are asking and that child response is not polite, it hurts.
Yeah,
And when
ma'am.
something hurts, the expression is not positive, right? So then the relationship, the bond of any parent and a child is going to go like this. And it is an equal job for both to stay like this. It's not just parents' job, it's child's job. How old are you?
Ma'am, I'm 11
So
years
you're
old.
big enough to understand this
Yeah, ma'am.
concept.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Can I shake hand with you without you wanting to shake hand with me?
No.
So same way, when okay, tell me one thing, Ayaan. Today you prepared your script.
Yes, ma'am.
Did your parents help you in this whole process?
No, ma'am, but they helped me revise it.
Yeah. So that is a help,
Yeah.
right?
So, yeah,
So whenever you need them, maybe to get dropped at a class or to prepare yourself for an exam or to buy new clothes or buy something that you want, they are available.
yes, ma'am.
So if you want somebody to be so available for you, all that you could do back is give them their answers,
Yeah.
right? Because they want to talk to you. What are they expecting you to do? They just want to listen to your day. And just imagine your day without them, one day without them, when nobody's asking you anything what you did, Ayaan. Today, nobody is going to ask you, for example, after the podcast, that how did your podcast go? Would you feel good?
Ma'am, no,
You
ma'am.
want them to know,
Certainly not.
right? So then you have to remember these moments when your parents are asking you, your teachers are asking you something. They are not going to get benefit from whatever information they'll get. They are asking so that they can help you back. So when you have this concept clear in your head, you will surely respond. And as I
Yes,
said, yes, of course, agree. If your friends are waiting for you and you want to go out, you are a child, you want to go and play, that's your priority, that's fine. But politely, you can tell your mother, Mummy, मारे क्यों छे तने? मुझे बोलना ही है. But you know, मैं आधा घंटा खेल के आऊँ, please. I'll tell you everything. I'll cuddle and then I'll tell you everything. If you say that, then that's fine, right? So that's the communication that is needed, and it has to come both way. I'm not saying kids are a problem or parents are a problem, but both need to find a way, and the ways are always different. Your question was that what is my suggestion for the parents? Then my suggestion for the parents is to identify the right way to talk to their child.
yes.
Because every child is a different way, every child is a different time. कुछ लोग, as you said, कि बेड टाइम पे ही बात करते हैं, right? They want to talk at bedtime. You said na कि I want to, हाँ, so that is okay. You have identified your time, but then for that you have to go to bed half an hour before your actual
Yes,
sleep
ma'am.
time.
Yeah, ma'am.
ये नहीं कि 9 बजे जाना है बेड पे तो 9 बजे बात करो और 1 घंटा बात करो, get late. No, you have to go to bed before time, right? So that you can. So some kids talk only during the meal time. Some kids talk during morning. Some kids talk when they are being dropped to school. Some kids talk when they are being picked from school. There are different time zones of those
Ma'am,
children.
I talk when I'm being picked from school, so
Huh.
yeah.
That's a very normal time. That's a normal time, and that is a time when you remember a lot of things also about your school, right? So tips for parents is that they should ask questions like, what is the best thing that the child did that day, what is the worst thing that the child experienced that day, and what is the last thing that the child experienced that day. So these are the common things that the child remembers. So those kind of conversations, if are done with parents, and same with kids, should also ask how their parents days were, right? आपको पता होता है उनके लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है, sometimes kids
Yeah,
don't know,
ma'am.
है ना?
You have also trained students like me. What skills should kids start learning early?
Mindset training is something that we do with kids, as I said, right? Like that shows how you
Yeah.
can react in certain situation, how you can be organized. That's the key thing. How you can plan your time, use a planner, so those kind of skill sets are important that you can learn very early, and then that becomes part of your life. So you know what is habit?
Yeah, ma'am.
Habit is something that you do without putting in effort,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So that is the idea when we do kids training. That's what we want to tell them, that okay, try to instill this habits right away, so that as you grow, it's just going to become part of your life.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, why do you think time management is important in every situation?
It's so important. We all have to be punctual, right? And for that you have to manage your time. Everything can't be done at the last minute,
Yes, ma'am.
right? You didn't make these questions today, did you? You had prepared, so you have planned your podcast few days, few weeks before,
And
right?
2 days before.
2 days before. Okay, so at least you have done some prior work.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is why time management is very important. It is about setting your priorities. Your 2 days back, you had set your priority that Sunday you're going to do this, so you have to focus on just on that right now.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Sure.
yeah,
Completely agree. What advice would you give to students to prepare for the future?
stay organized, read a lot of books, stay away from devices, learn to manage your time, your week, your day, in which you can do more productive work rather than just sitting and watching or doing nothing.
You are also a digital marketing consultant. Can you explain me what that means in a simple way?
In a simple way, if you go on Google and you find for a company or a website, you get a website, you get their social media accounts, right? So we are the ones who build that. We build their websites, we build their social media profile, we try to bring them um, on top of the Google list. There are so many things when you search for one product, right? There are so many companies who are offering, so we try to bring our brands little ahead in that game. That's called digital marketing. It's marketing but on the digital platform.
Ma'am, what's one message you would like to give kids like me who have big dreams?
Oh, what dreams you have?
Ma'am, I want to be a chess player
Okay.
and I want to be a successful businessman also.
Okay, my message would be stay focused, use your time wisely right now, because it's not that when you grow up you build your dreams. You start building it right away with your
Yes, ma'am.
proper habits. So you have to stay focused. If you already know what you want to do in the future, you should start learning those skill sets from if you have a summer break, start using the summer breaks. Try learning more skill sets, like you're learning public speaking, right? So that is a skill set that is going to help you if you want to
Yes.
become a businessman. If you want to become a chess player, you have to be very focused. A
Yeah,
chess
ma'am.
player has to be like bang on focus. So then you have to start doing those small exercises that can improve your concentration and your focus.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, before we end our podcast, let's do a quick rapid fire round.
Oh my God.
One book every student should read.
I would first. I know it's a rapid fire, but little elaborate. I want kids to read whatever they want to read. I don't want them to go on devices. If that's the choice, they have to read a book. There's no two way about it. They
Ma'am,
have to read
what's
a
the
book.
best book you have read?
Ikigai for teens.
Oh, yeah, ma'am. I'll also try
For
to.
children, yes.
If your life was a movie, what would be the title of it? And
Very,
why?
very difficult question. Very difficult question. Go getter.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, your relaxing way.
Meditation.
Your favorite stage show.
Stage show.
Yeah, ma'am. Or show, ma'am. Anything. Show.
On television.
Yeah, ma'am.
I usually watch documentaries more than shows. I'm not very happy with the current content that is coming online, so nothing specific.
First thing you do as soon as you wake up, except brushing your teeth.
Pray.
Your favorite food.
I'm not a foodie, but I like more of North Indian Punjabi cuisine.
Your favorite cricket player.
Always Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Your favorite chess player.
I'm not into chess. I don't follow chess.
Tea
Maybe
or
you
coffee.
one day,
Yeah, ma'am.
right? If you represent
Thank
country
you, ma'am.
someday,
Thank you.
maybe you will become my favorite player then.
Tea or coffee.
Tea.
Dogs or cats.
Honestly, none. But if I have to choose, cats.
RCB or MI.
Because you are an RCB fan, I'll go with that.
Who will win this IPL this year?
Who do you think will win?
Ma'am, it's GT or it's RCB.
RCB रखते हैं.
RCB.
RCB.
With that, we come to the end of this podcast. It was truly inspiring talking to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ayaan. Thank you so much. You had worked really hard on your questions. I think you had practiced really well. I'm so proud of what you are doing at this young age. It will take you to a lot of successful moments ahead, I'm sure. I'm so
you,
impressed
ma'am.
with
Thank
the
you.
age that you are into and the delivery that you're doing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I hope you learned a lot from this podcast. See you next time. This is Ayaan signing off. Bye.